What up? Time for our November Unboxapalooza. Well, sort of. As you can see, the big reptile in the room, we have the Hasbro post-exclusive Serpentor box set. Yep, he's still in the box, and he's staying there. I'm waiting until I get mine from the second run of pre-orders before I open one. You know me, I like to have two of everything I get for G.I. Joe Classified before I open one of them. And we also got, Scarlet Witch, the retro-carded one, West Coast Avengers, and she's staying in there too, because I picked it up for cheap. It was on a GameStop clearance, but what's the point of opening her up if I don't have Quicksilver to go with her? And I'm running out of room on my Marvel DC shelf anyway. Gotta be choosy for what goes on there. Spaces of the Premium. I got some more stuff, but if you read the video title, you know what this is all about. Like I said, I like two of every character when I go to unbox stuff for G.I. Joe Classified, and I finally have two sets of both Crimson Twins, and yeah. It happened in North Carolina. As you saw in the last video I showed, I had one of Xamot already, but when I was in North Carolina visiting family for a Thanksgiving trip, I pop into Target to get some stuff for breakfast, and lo and behold, I pop in the toy section, and here are both of them. And then later on during the trip, I check out a collectible store, and there was another Tomax, so I figured just grab them while I can. So here we go. Careful. I mean, by now I got this one big tub full of nothing but empty G.I. Joe Classified boxes. Well, go with Xamot first. Get him out of there. Alright, let's have a look at the articulation first. Someone said that it looked more like if Brad Pitt was in a G.I. Joe movie. I can kind of see that, but it doesn't. It's not like I can't unsee that. The good face sculpt, a little different from what we remember from the cartoon, and for those who read the comics, it's kind of got like a face sculpt look all his own for Classified. And am I gonna have to heat this up? I've heard stories about having to heat Serpentor up. It's like limbs breaking right out of the box, but no, he's not too stiff. Don't have to take a break to warm him up in water. Oh yeah, nice and supple joints right out of the box. He's got an ab crunch, bicep swivel, kind of has got the hip drop, ankle. He got all the articulation you'd expect from G.I. Joe Classified and Hasbro. Oh, he's got a bit of the wobbliness we saw like in Snake Eyes at the beginning. Well, let's have a look at his accessories. But unlike when G.I. Joe Classified started, we're getting more realistic, real-world weapons, and it's cool. Good either way. I mean, people complained in the beginning that G.I. Joe Classified was so futuristic, it looked like damn Power Rangers. Excuse me? They looked like they were wearing motorcycle suits and spandex and motorcycle helmets and shit. Well, except for Baroness with the Cobra Coil, no. Okay, so we got two of these jagged-ass knives. Got this submachine gun. Just pop that in right there. With a silencer. Okay, let's go ahead and sheath those knives. One there. There. Right. See if we can get it. I always have trouble with it. Ooh, maybe not this time. Oh, right in. This, as people in my Twitch family would say, the Twitch group and Discord group I frequent, everything's coming up Millhouse. Okay, well, except for the wobbly ab crunch. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind the more futuristic weapons. Most of the G.I. Joe Classified I display, even the original ones, have been with the weapons they came with, because I really don't mind, but this is cool looking. I like this. Good. It just seems to suit Tomax Xamot perfectly. Well, let's don't leave him hanging. Let's get his twin out. So, yeah. This is another one where I didn't bother pre-ordering. I figured, if I find him in the stores, I find him. And while on a trip, I find both of them together. So, if you find both of them together, you can't pass that up. And I found one for an opener later that day. Was it the next day? Who cares? So, is he nice and loose? Okay, not too tight. Okay, that one's a little tighter, but ooh, I was afraid I was gonna break that. Same articulation, of course. Bicep swiveled, double jointed elbows and knees. Can't really make them look up that far because of the collar, but you can look down okay. Neck and head rotation's good. Thigh cut, boot cut. Yes, all around good articulation. Basically the standard for what you expect from Hasbro stuff. And unlike how some of the Marvel stuff seems like plain and uninspired because, well, the source material, it's like 2D and run on base. With G.I. Joe Classified, they do go the extra mile for detail, even though they're really going more heavily inspired by the original 80s designs. It still looks good. I remember when I first saw the images, the early images for the Tomax Xamot Classified figures, I was thinking, it's too plain, it's too much, like, they're overcorrecting. But now that I got him in hand, I like it. He's got some detail. Got the wrinkles, not much in the way of texture, but you got wrinkles, you got the rivets on the shoulder pauldron and the collar. Decent metallic glint to the boots, though there's a bit of marbling. That's a bit of a buzzkill, but you can't have everything. Some detail with the belt buckle and the cobra mouth crotch. Alright, let's get his knives. Let's get his submachine gun ready. Pop that in. Since he's got to be the mirror of his brother, we'll get it in this hand. And, oh, is this one going to give me trouble now? It just might. Okay. Hoping I don't have to break the video to go heat shit up. So, here we go. He's got it's not as bad as this Xamot, but he does have a bit of ab flappiness. Up, here we go. Get a better shot. Yep, here we go. Tomax and Xamot out of the package, standing tall. Let me get the boxes back up there, so... Here we go! Yeah, there's the money shot right there. So let's go over all the other stuff I got. Figure-wise, like I said before, I got this loose. This was kind of just a treat yourself, what the hell, splurge. This is the Ninja Turtles Power Rangers crossover. Just the thought of April as the Pink Ranger and going out and covering the news as the Pink Ranger, it was just too ridiculous to pass up. This isn't going on my shelf, but it will go on my desk because for the WTF. You know what? One thing that does mystify me is, like, I've read some of the IDW comics in that April fills her traditional role as a laboratory technician, but here she's a reporter again. Did something change in the comics, or for the toys, or are they just going for the April most people know from the '87 cartoon? Well, whatever, I'm overthinking this. And a little Black Friday sale. The comic shop that I went to had like a 30% off, so I decided to pick up something else for my desk. I have a Boomba and a Shy Guy I needed an enemy from Super Mario Bros. 3, so I picked up Dry Bones, introduced in that game. Not much in the way of articulation. I mean, his feet move, his arms move, there's a glove cut, can move the head 360, look up and down a bit, open his jaws. Oh, well, it's cool to have him on the desk. I mean, whoop! Oh. Tomax, really? Anyway, just as well, because I need to get to this stuff. Okay, in November, finally got my pre-order for a physical copy of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Like I said before, I already played it at my buddy in Kansas' house, at local co-op, the way it's supposed to be, and as you can imagine, I mained April, because, yeah, finally get to play it as April in a traditional Turtles beat-em-up. Well, an official one. I know there was Rescue-A-Palooza, but this was awesome as well. There wasn't much to it, but oh yeah, that's right, I gotta show this off. It even comes with the same Pizza Hut coupon that Ninja Turtles 2 for the NES did. We get a little art booklet and all sorts of other goodies. Yeah, good stuff. Oh yeah, that's right, and my card was Michelangelo. Kinda reminds me of the Saturn version of Magic Knight Ray Earth, where you had one of the three girls as the disc. Mine was Fuha Oji. And since I picked up a limited run Switch game, I decided to pick up another one. Well, this isn't from Limited Run, but it is an indie game that was good enough to get a physical copy. Untitled Goose Game. The Twitch Discord family I'm part of, the goose is the totem of our people. So yeah. The best goose game ever. Honk, 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 and then your fucking asses. And lastly, I have a Disney Plus subscription, so I have less of an incentive to buy physical copies of Disney and Marvel movies, but this was on sale at Target for $10, and it's fitting since I also got a Scarlet Witch figure, but yeah, people have been saying, MCU, woke garbage. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, you had America Chavez as a supporting character, but it was mostly Doctor Strange still running the show, his trials and tribulations, and having to put down a wackadoodle, out-of-her-mind Scarlet Witch. And even Thor 4, I mean, they had every reason to go the route, like in the comics, where he was replaced temporarily by Jane Foster. But no, in the end, it was Thor running the show. Jane Foster is a supporting character, and she ended up sacrificing herself. And at the end of the day, it was still Thor running the show. So all this MCU. Oh yeah, I guess we're talking about the TV shows on Disney Plus with She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel. Well, that's a whole other can of worms. We'll get into that another time. Anyway, there you have it. Unboxed Tomax and Xamot, and they're looking real good, and they're going to go up on my shelf soon. Of course, I'm running out of room, so I'll have to use a stand to link them together. So it's like they're jumping and doing acrobatics like they did in the old cartoon. Whatever.